So Chrisean Rock may be facing the biggest crisis of her life because the police are still treating her ex Ronny's death as a homicide, and it's not looking good for her. Apparently, they're already speaking with witnesses about Chrisean herself, trying to find out how she might be involved in all of this, and one of them might actually have proof that ties Chrisean to the alleged setup. Now, why would they be looking into Chrisean? It's simple. Before Ronny Doe Cann died, he repeatedly insisted that he, not Blueface, was Junior's biological father. In fact, he was pushing for a DNA test that he believed would prove all of this, and that created serious issues for Chrisean, because her whole shtick, at least before she turned her life around, was being Blueface's baby mama. But the part we're still trying to understand is this. Even if Ronny was causing problems for Chrisean, why would she choose to go that route? And more importantly, how would she even pull it off? So this is where the whole thing starts getting really weird, because for months, people thought Ronny's case had basically gone cold. Then out of nowhere, this clip starts blowing up online, and now everybody's asking the same question. Why are police suddenly reaching back out to people again? In the video, this guy says detectives actually contacted him about Ronny's death, and according to him, which is why they're trying to speak with anyone who might know something that could help put the pieces together.
The girl might be in trouble, man. I ain't gonna say too much. Yesterday, I was too excited. My nerves was everywhere. First, I heard police, homicide, detectives looking for me. Then I'm like, what the So I'm like, send me a picture. And I seen Anne Arundel County, and I knew. I said, yeah, this shit about Ronny. But it sound like they about to get some justice for this man, bro.
So naturally, once people heard that, they started wondering what changed. For context, Ronny was fatally shot in Severn, Maryland, back in February 2025. And right from the beginning, it didn't sound like police thought this was some random shooting. They reportedly felt it targeted, and were looking at the case like someone specifically wanted Ronny dead. But then, nothing. The story just kind of disappeared, and people figured the investigation had hit a wall. But now, it looks like that might not have been the case at all. According to this guy, detectives recently got a tip that completely changed the direction of the investigation. And ever since then, they've reportedly been going back through the case, talking to people they think could know something, which is how Chrisean's name got dragged right into the middle of the investigation. But before we get into what police reportedly uncovered, we need to talk about why we're all suddenly paying attention to this case again. The very public drama between Chrisean and Ronny. Now, it's still not really clear what happened between them or why they split in the first place. But one thing Ronny never stopped talking about was Junior. He kept insisting he was Junior's real father, not Blueface. And he wasn't exactly quiet about it either. He went online over and over again saying he wanted his son back because, in his opinion, Junior should be with his biological family. Apparently, he even called CPS on Chrisean a few times. And honestly, that's the part we all understood. Blueface's life has been all over the internet for years, and if we're being real, his environment is not exactly conducive for kids. Between the constant drama, the language, and everything else that's been shown publicly, you can understand why Ronny was saying he wanted to raise the little boy himself. The problem was, none of that seemed to change anything. Ronny would post another video, make another plea, and from the outside, it looked like Chrisean just kept moving on like nothing had happened. Then he went from pleading with Chrisean to demanding a DNA test that would prove he was Junior's father. And looking back, it looked like he was getting more and more desperate every time he spoke out.
You ran behind them. I'm trying to holler at you like a dog. The girl right here, Junior right here. Weird as a you weird as shit. You weird as shit.
What's wrong?
You weird as shit. Ain't nobody stalking you. That's my son. That's my son. That's my son. What you want to do? What do you want to do?
I'm calling the cops.
I don't give a call him.
Now, let's go back to that witness guy. According to him, detectives were interested in a video sitting on his phone that could answer some pretty big questions about what happened before Ronny was killed. He was actually surprisingly calm about the whole thing. In the clip, he straight up admitted he still had the video, and he kept saying he couldn't wait to sit down with investigators and show them everything.
So, when Chrisean got on here and apologized to Ronny, Ronny's sister got on here and said I got the video on my phone. She got on here and she said something fake this, whoop, 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 whoop. I got the video of what I was talking. I got a video of what we was talking about, but only way I'm gonna play this video. And I went, and I know I'm going against my word, officer. If you watching, if you gonna watch this, officer.
That alone had people wondering, okay, what does this man have that's making him so confident? But then he said something that really sent social media into overdrive. He claimed that once detectives looked at what he had, Chrisean might be in trouble. And you can probably imagine what happened next.
Ain't really too much I can tell y'all, but y'all take this long to start investigating, or that's my theory. Or your girl about to go down. And they probably got shit on shorty, but trying to figure out who did this shit.
People immediately started clipping that moment and sharing it everywhere because they wanted to know why he sounded so certain. If this guy really believes the video changes everything, what is it that he thinks detectives are going to see? Because whatever he's talking about, it's clearly the reason this investigation is back on the table. But here's the part that had people doing a double take. If you've been following Blueface, then you know he has publicly and repeatedly denied being Junior's biological father. After Ronny died, he posted a very interesting message that said, "Junior is not my biological son. R.I.P. to his father, Ronny. I can no longer continue the plot. It doesn't feel right as a present father in all my kids' life to be discredited as an absent father to a child that is not biologically mine. I tried my best to fill in the blanks because his biological father is not long with us, but I can't continue the plot. It doesn't feel right." That post completely changed the conversation because people started saying, hold on, if Blueface has been saying this himself, then why was Ronny spending all that time publicly insisting he was Junior's father? I mean, his repeated demands for a DNA test couldn't have come from nowhere. And he doesn't look like the type to just make demands for clout. Watch this.
Junior deserves to know his potential biological family without anybody's career being into consideration. We should be putting this child first. We should be putting this boy first. And I just want to let y'all know whether it go my way or if it don't go my way. I just need closure.
And it's hard to miss the irony of it all. On one hand, you have Ronny publicly asking for a DNA test and saying he wants to be part of Junior's life. Meanwhile, Chrisean keeps insisting Blueface is the father, the same Blueface who clearly doesn't want anything to do with Chrisean or her child.
Oh, the conversation is over. I gotta weigh in because I have business. Can we talk later?
Can you hug me? Can you stop?
Can you stop?
I am.
All right, chill.
You gotta weigh in.
All right.
Don't make it about you right
I'm
now.
not.
You wanna stay on the bus? Stay on the bus.
Nobody's staying on no bus.
Go.
Then there's the DNA test itself. Remember when Blueface first rejected being Junior's father? Chrisean actually brought out a DNA test result that she claimed was proof Blueface was the father, and that's what made him accept Junior in the first place. So it's like, if Blueface is not the father, then where did get that report from? Is that why she didn't want Ronny to get another DNA test because she knew she would be exposed? And just when people thought the story couldn't get any stranger, Blueface ended up throwing another twist into the conversation. But instead of just talking about the paternity drama, he started describing what he believed happened in the lead up to Ronny's death. According to Blueface, Ronny may have been set up. He claimed there was a woman who had been in contact with Ronny before the shooting, and he suggested she could have been used to gain his trust and share his location. Basically, whoever took Ronny out used that woman to bait him.
Well, because you said she's a setup artist, so
That's what, from my knowledge, yeah, she's known to give addresses and do things in the spur of the moment, be very impulsive. That's from my knowledge. Now, as far as him calling her and them talking the night he died.
And it didn't take long for people to start connecting Blueface's comments to everything else that has been circulating. They started asking whether Blueface actually knew something the public didn't, or whether he was just talking to talk, because we all know how he gets. Either way, the idea that Ronny could have been set up added another layer to this entire case, because people have been wondering, even if Chrisean was involved, how did she pull it off? But when you think about it, it seems really simple. Chrisean had to know she wouldn't get away with the lies if Ronny exposed her. Also, she would have to give up custody of Ronny if he had decided to take it further and drag her to court. So, right now, it's not looking good. And if the police actually find that connection they've been looking for, it'll completely change the trajectory of this story for Chrisean, Junior, and everyone else involved, and maybe Ronny's family will finally get some answers.